Hello, friends. Welcome again to today's nugget. Today, we are going to build upon yesterday's discussion about the immortality of the soul and show that the Old Testament does not teach this concept. In fact, the Old Testament vehemently warns against it. In Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse 5, we find one of the powerful verses in the Bible that clearly states that death is a complete cessation of all life processes, including all rational activities, plans, and thought. For the living know that they will die, but the dead know nothing, and they have no more reward, for the memory of them is forgotten. This verse affirms that the dead are in a state of complete unconsciousness, contradicting the idea that they continue to exist in another realm. Another verse in the book of Psalm, chapter 146, verse 3 and 4: do not put your trust in princes, nor in the Son of Man, in whom there is no hope. His spirit departs, he turns to the earth. In that very day, his plan perishes. Here, the psalmist warns against placing trust in immortal humans whose plan and thought ends when they die. In fact, the psalmist calls death sleep. In Psalm 13, verse 3, it says, consider and answer me, O Lord my God. Lift up your eyes, lest I sleep the sleep of death. This metaphor of sleep highlights the temporary nature of death, similar to resting until resurrection, with no consciousness or activity during this period. This metaphor is used throughout the Bible to describe death as a peaceful rest. There is no embodied spirit hovering around communicating with the living. The Bible constantly teaches that the dead do not interact with the living. This understanding is crucial because failure to grasp the truth about death leaves us open to the deception of Satan, who exploit these misconceptions to lead people astray. God explicitly warned his people about any attempt to communicate with the dead. In the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 18, 9 to 12, it states, when you come into the land which the Lord your God is giving you, you shall not learn to follow the abomination of those nations. There shall not be found among you anyone who makes his son or daughter pass through fire, or one who practices witchcraft, or soothsayers, or one who interprets omens or sorceries, or one who conjures spells, or a medium, or a spiritist, or one who calls up the dead. This passage clearly condemns practice associated with spiritualism, showing that God's disdain for such activity and a severe consequence for those who engage in them. What about the New Testament? What does the New Testament teach about the immortality of the soul? More about that on tomorrow's nugget. And that is the nugget. Thank you for studying. I will see you tomorrow.